A true story in the unexplored heart of Sierra Morena, where the forests seemed to hide ancestral secrets and the mountains spoke in mysterious whispers. The legend of Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja, known throughout the world as the Wolf Boy, was born. His life is a living poem of beauty and connection with nature. A story that began in the remote year of 1953 when destiny took him to the arms of beasts and the solitude of the forest. Marcos's story begins in a dark chapter of his childhood when his own father found him. He was sold as a slave to the owner of a large field in the Sierra Morena in southern Spain. But far from being a story of sadness and resignation, what followed was an epic of survival and love for wildlife. Marcos was given as an offering to the forest, a small human sacrifice in the basis of nature as the seasons changed their existence intertwined with that of wolves and other beings of the forest. Their awakening at dawn was marked by the song of birds and the soft tinkling of the waters of a nearby stream. Took milk directly from the goats. He challenged himself by hunting pheasants, and his breakfasts were roots and berries that he found on his way, but it was in a hidden cave, in the depths of the forest, where the story took a magical and unforgettable turn. There, in the company of cubs of wolf, shared his food. The mother wolf could have destroyed him, but instead she offered him a piece of her prey and welcomed him as one of her own. That magical moment forged an indestructible bond, and from then on the wolf became the only mother that Marcos recognized. His words were transformed into natural sounds: bark and scream, howl. In that wild corner of the earth he found a new language, a deep connection with the animals and nature that surrounded him. Like in all epic stories, reality finally intervened in his life. In 1965, two brave rangers managed to identify Marcos. Despite his resistance, they took him back to civilization, but his re-entry into the human world was not a triumphant return. Instead of being welcomed with open arms, he was met with rejection from his own father. However, the Marcos's life was far from being a linear and predictable narrative. He passed from hand to hand, from a nunnery to military service, each experience leaving an indelible mark on his soul. In Mallorca he found work in a bar without realizing that they were making him sell marijuana. Humiliation and shame became his constant companions, and his trust in humans finally faded. In Malaga, an angel in the form of a retired police officer crossed his path. Although Marcos tried to remain anonymous, his inspiring and unique story did not go unnoticed. In 2010, a film titled Between Wolves gave life to his extraordinary story, bringing it to the big screen and into the hearts of countless viewers. The life of Marcos Rodriguez Pantoja is an epic of resilience and the capacity of the human spirit to find beauty and hope even in circumstances most adverse. His story is a reminder that although life may take us down dark and challenging paths, there is always light, beauty in nature and in ourselves. Marcos the Wolf Boy is an eternal symbol of the undeniable connection between human beings and nature. Story that will last forever in the hearts of those who listen to him.